Hi everybody, this is Linda. I am trying something out, so I'm going to let you be my guinea pigs. One of the reasons I have not been writing so much this summer is because I have been making junk journals, and I want to show you, I want to practice making a video about showing some of the junk journals I've made and some of the things that go in them. So this is a book that was weeded from a library. I can't remember if it was school library or public library, but it was weeded. Had some damage to it. So I created background on the pages so that things could go into the pockets. Like this tag says secret, this tag says gift, this is a tag with little hearts in a jar. Oh, it goes in there. And here's a bigger jar. Oh, removed from the county library. So that's the answer to that question. And that goes in this envelope here. And then this is what's called a belly band. So I have some things to go inside the belly band, which are some old antique. This is the old antique Christmas songbook pages, and I lined this front of the book with the with a song from the songbook. And then this page is a advent calendar of sorts, and I included a little notebook made out of recycled papers that's stuck to that page so that it can be written on, and it goes all the way up to Christmas Day. And on that page I have space for a tag, which is also a paper clip. So this paper clip, what it does is it goes in the tag like so, and then it goes around the last page like this, and this holds, I've got Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, and I've got some more songbook pages there. And this is just kind of nostalgia stuff. It's also something that somebody could use to cut up and use in something else. You could make lists on this or journal, whatever. And then this page is for holding, this is a paper bag, like a gift bag, that I just use some Christmas themed colors and things with. And I will probably use another paper clip to hold that onto the page. So here we go with that. Here's another belly band, and so in this belly band I have, oh I see, I remember that I was going to include this tag, believe, on the advent calendar page, so that is there, and that kind of keeps everything nice and tight so it doesn't wiggle around too much. Back to the belly band, I have, and this is just printed out from my black and white printer. Someday I'll get a color printer so I can do these things in color, but I have a Christmas list that says child, naughty, and nice on it. It's kind of cute. And then I have an illustration from an old book that I mounted on a postcard. And another tag. This is a card tag, just a collage card tag. So items in a junk journal can be used, can be given away, they can be present toppers. This page says recipes, and this is from a napkin that had a cocoa cup on it with candy canes. And so into this pocket I'm putting a recipe for sugar cookie snowflakes. And this is a tag, it could be journaled on. It's a dictionary page on the back that I kind of whited out with some gesso, it's called, which is basically just paint primer. Kind of lightens things up. And another tag that just says cookie love that I put in there just for decoration. And then over on the other side I have this envelope. It's got like a thumb notch in it, it's called, with another recipe, a third recipe, and this this is a journaling tag that somebody could write a recipe on or use as a journaling space. This page is all about cards. So I have a naughty nice tag that could be used. I have a cute little tag here with a mason jar and hearts in the mason jar, and that can be used as journaling space or a little card to somebody. This is illustrated Santas from a book, just mounted on a plain piece of paper. I might dull this down a little bit with some flat gesso, matte gesso, so that it's all the same look as the book. This is very much a matte finish and all the things here. And then this is another belly band that slides, and I used old Christmas stamps and the word Yuletide. And in this I have another paper gift bag, a Christmas card, and then some Christmas themed stationery that I had that can go in there. So that all goes in this belly band. And then the next page, I have Christmas tags for presents, or present tags, not Christmas tags, but they are all Christmas colors. And these are all things I've cut out of magazines or old books. This string came on a present, I'm pretty sure. I save all that kind of stuff that I get, and I use it. And then I like to put the belly band over those so they stay in. This is a piece of paper from the songbook that I had torn apart, and on the back there's text from A Christmas Carol, and that just sort of fits in there. It could be a bookmark, I suppose. And then I have an actual bookmark that I made. This is something I made a long time ago. It's kind of primitive compared to some of the things I make today, but it fit nicely in this back pocket. And I covered this with really bright red tissue paper. So I've got the finishing touches to do on this. Obviously I need to paint the cover, and I need to cover the cover and reinforce this broken spine here, and then also come up with some sort of clasp or something that's going to keep the book closed and from everything falling out. But that's the kind of thing I've been working on. I've got some more that I made that I just really, really love. And of course these things take hours, which is partly why I'm using summer hours to do this, because, you know, I have the uninterrupted time to do this. This one is a Halloween themed book, but the more focused theme is witches. So I have some papers here in this belly band. And the belly band is collaged from papers of old books and tissue paper, reused tissue paper. Whoops, I had a tough time getting that paper back in there. Not sure why. And what else? Oh gosh, you name it. Well, I'm going to fight with that paper later because it's not being nice right now. I had a whole bunch of these catalog cards from the days where there used to be a card catalog, so I turned this one into journaling space. And here's a card of a lady. I hope she looks kind of ghost-like. And here's, I love this. This is an illustration from a book that had been discarded, and then there's some journaling space on the back. And then this page has a belly band with a due date card, which I love to include in journals just for fun because I'm a librarian. A recipe for candy and caramel corn. A journaling space of just some interesting papers that I found. A poem from an old book, Two Witches by Alexander Reznikov. And then some cards. This is another old-fashioned due date card when we used to use orange ones with the moon cycle in French and some, this is an envelope, a homemade envelope, and another homemade envelope. Kind of got into making envelopes, as you can see, during the summer. And here is this is a magnet, actually. And I love this because she looks kind of ghosty, and the word on here is fierce. And then I have some cards, some pumpkin cards I had made a few years ago, and I had some extras. So this is a card that I put in here. And then another pumpkin card, and I love this. This is just a broom from some sort of, make your room cute book. I can't remember what book it was, and then some journaling space in there. And then here's another, this is called a flip. This is so that there's a private space, and there's some paper from journaling there, and more paper could be added if needed. Just one of those paper clips. And then of course there's the, this is a paper clip card which holds some more journaling space paper here. Margaret, I think this is from a calendar you sent me years ago. It just had the right fall colors on it in this pocket. And then I love this lady. And in this space I included a small journal with papers that could be written on. This is one of the early journals I made. It's kind of primitive, and I tore it apart to include here. This is a little pocket, and in this pocket there is a notebook, Working for Hours, and it's just got old papers in it that people can use. And then I made another homemade card, and all of this is collaged artwork. To get the look of all the collage being the same, I make what I learned is called a master board. So I collage on this great big piece of paper, and then I cut it up into the things I need it for, so it kind of keeps the same look. Another book that I did early in the summer, so this one was kind of like the first one I did this summer, was a flower book, and it just has lots of pretty flower pictures, flower papers, space to write. This is before I got a eyelet maker, so this is glued onto the page, but now I have an eyelet maker that I can just stick them right on. This is a tag, can be used as a bookmark. Anything in here can be used as anything anybody wants. Again, another tag, more tags, journaling space. And you can see, I was kind of like, what do I do with these pages? I don't really have a lot of variety yet. So this is, I like to look at this because it shows I didn't have a lot of variety yet. So this is more journaling, and that the kind of the point of this is there's lots of places to write. This is a index from a flower book. And then this, again, one of those cards. This is another journal card. This is a fold-out page for coloring, kind of like that. And then here's another place for journaling, and more tags that can be used for journaling or for prettying up presents or bookmarks or whatever. And then I just put some interesting papers in there. And this is just a decorated page. This is glued onto this page, and then more of that index, different flowers, and here's a journaling card with tiger lilies are probably some of my most favorite flowers. Old paper, I just include old paper. I love old paper. Another journaling card with flowers on it. This is a card that came from France that I turned into a journaling card. It could be actually turned into a postcard really easily. So that's kind of like an orange and yellow page there. And then you've seen this. I made bunny cards for 2023, and I included that on this page where it's the end of the book. So it's just a little tag with things that had flowers on it that I sewed around this border, and I sewed around this border and this border just to make some interesting journal spaces, you know, to pop in a present or a bouquet of flowers or whatever. So that is the flower book. And I've got one more. I know this is going to be a long video, but like I said, this is a practice video. I'm going to view this and find all the things that I'd like to make better in a future video. This is my bee book. So here is a book that was discarded. And this is one of those paper clips that holds journaling paper. And this down here is a little tuck where the paper can just, you know, be held so it doesn't fall out. Little tickets that I backed with old book paper, text from a book paper. This was in, I think, a Faith Ringgold book, and I turned it into a notes or bookmark. And then I collaged all this with old book pages, and then I used ink to just kind of distress it, and I stamped and sewed the edges of this. Here's one of those one of the paper clips with more tickets, more journal cards, a tuck right here that holds a card that has a butterfly on it, and there's a bee on the other side. Here's a little journal card with a piece of paper. Could be used in a note to somebody or, you know, whatever. And I stamped, you know, I used the colors in this are summer colors with that contrasting turquoise. I just love that turquoise. And then I sewed on the edges. This book came with, it's a book about mummies, but it came with a color scheme that I really liked. So I kept the side of this page to keep the color scheme. More tags. That one's stamped with a bee. Journaling space for writing, or this could be turned into a little card for someone in this little pocket here. And of course there's tickets that say friends that I backed with just a little bit of old book paper. This is the old book I used was Alice in Wonderland. Just a fun cutout flower, a little Emily Dickinson poem, To Make a Prairie, goes in that pocket. This page has Herbs to Dry. It's a card, can be used as a card, a journaling card. And then in this, this can be used to hold things in. That is, if the tape holds, it looks like the tape is losing its stick. I might have to glue the tape in there, which is kind of funny. Because this kind of like a network that can hold things in. I'll have to repair that. More tickets, Wonder. Another journal card, writing space. A paper clip to hold things in. A nice quote about bees held in that little bundle of papers there with some journal paper. Here is a journaling card, another poem called Time, tickets that say family. This is journal card bookmark. Same with this. This is one of those decorated paper clips that on this side holds some stationery that has bees on it. And this is a fold out for some private journaling space. Tickets that say create. Little looks like this is from an old workbook. Maple, coconut, poppy, blackberry, beggar's tick, lotus, dandelion, cocklebur. Just things that relate to the word buzz. And then, I want to be, I put that on the back of a big cutout of a sunflower. We're getting to the end here with a bookmark and one more quote about bees. And then, of course, I'm going to be finishing this cover. I'll take out everything and I'll paint the cover and I'll finish that off. I kind of don't want to finish off the cover until I know who it's going to. I've considered selling these. I haven't sold any, but I've considered selling these and customizing the colors for people. So that's what I've been doing with a lot of my hours this summer. I wanted a record of them so that I have a record of them. And thanks for watching.